You already know this is Pawn, Drunk, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazon, a.k.a. El Borracho. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Garcia, 2-division world champion, had a recent interview with the Boxing Voice, and that's in the crew. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. You had a legendary week, my brother. You had a legendary week. Subscribe to the Boxing Voice. Danny Garcia had a recent interview, and he alluded that Keith Thurman, former unified welterweight champion of the world, has more power than Errol Spence, who's currently the unified welterweight champion of the world, who's going to be facing Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, 8th-division world champion, 5 senator, pastor, great husband, great father, great humanitarian, the best karaoke singer of them all. He said that Keith Thurman, who lost to Manny Pacquiao, has more power than Errol Spence. Now, it's not only Danny Garcia. 2 other fighters who have stepped in the ring with both gentlemen have stated the same thing, have alluded to the same thing. You know, Shawn have said that Keith Thurman had more power than Errol Spence, and Leanord Bundu said that he has more power than Errol Spence. Now, there's going to be people that have been trying to debate that, and people in the boxing community have gone back and forth. Yo, no, Errol Spence is this. Nah, Leonard Bundu just saying that because he got knocked out. And at the end of the day, we ain't never stepped in the ring with both of these guys. These guys have stepped in the ring with 8-ounce gloves versus these guys. So let's just, facts is, Keith Thurman have more power than Errol Spence. But what did that mean? Does that mean that Errol Spence is less than Keith Thurman? No. In the end of the day, the welterweight division is stacked, and we understand that. A lot of people always say that the welterweight division is stacked, so you know what? Let's not contradict ourselves. It's stacked. In the end of the day, Errol Spence hasn't done anything more significant than Keith Thurman. Errol Spence haven't done anything more significant than Keith Thurman. Is that a right statement? Yes or no? I think it is. Look about that. Ready to go. So I think. Now, assessing this fight, assessing Manny Pacquiao and assessing Errol Spence, I think when it comes to age, I said it once before, if y'all follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get my updated videos. I said, we cannot look at Manny Pacquiao as the normal 42-year-old. He is a freak of nature 42-year-old, if you know what I'm talking about. We can't be like, oh, this guy's an old guy. We can't say he's an old guy. Yes, he's 42 years old, but he's not your normal 42 years old. You can't say he's a freak of nature, but then be like, yo, he's a 42-year-old. Nah. He's 42 years old, but probably, he's like 32. Put it that way. He's like 32, So I think it's a good matchup for Errol Spence. And the only thing that I do have a problem when it comes to Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, because I think there's going to be an ongoing conversation. Well, it depends if Errol Spence beat Manny Pacquiao, because Errol Spence said that he ain't going to stay in 147 much too longer, that he's going to the 154. But I also believe that he's not going to be fighting Jermell Charlo. So they said they're not going to face each other. And probably Jermell Charlo, who's going to be fighting on July 17th, is going to probably beat Brian Castano and become undisputed. You're not going to go over there and fight Charlo. So why are you going to 154? Just stay in 147. But we also know that Errol Spence is a big guy that rehydrates and walk around in 100, and he has said it, on 190 pounds. So, look, I think at the end of the day, if Errol Spence keeps following in the footsteps of Keith Thurman, why not fight the guy? Why not fight the guy? And I don't want to hear people say, yo, he didn't give him a chance when he was a champion and stuff. Nah, he was never lined. He was never in the WBA ranking. He was never in the WBC ranking. He was the IBF. And by the time when he was calling him on in 2015, you only knew Keith, if you ain't know him from the Olympics or the amateur days, you only knew him because Floyd Mayweather mentioned his name, putting Errol Spence in front of Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather tried to sacrifice himself, like, yo, Earl, Keith, you want me? Fight him. That's when you knew about him. And that's when Errol Spence started calling Keith Thurman out. Let's be real, let's be honest. At the end of the day, Errol Spence was not in the same class as Keith Thurman when everybody was saying that Errol Spence was calling out Keith Thurman. Anybody in boxing could call out anybody. But we all know in boxing, especially when you got the same manager and advisor, does anybody petition for those fights? Did anybody had a contract with the name of, did Keith Thurman receive a contract with Errol Spence? No. All I'm saying is, forget about them. He got a big fight with Manny Pacquiao. And it's a good fight. I like Errol the True Spence. I like Keith from Tom Thurman. I love the welterweight division. It's my favorite division, you know. Even though a lot of people was frustrated because of Bud Crawford and Errol the True Spence. At the end of the day, if you're gonna go and walk the blueprint, because that's what it is, in my opinion. Errol the True Spence is following Keith from Tom Thurman. You know, he fought Porter and Danny Garcia back to back. Keith from Tom Thurman, right? Errol the True Spence did that. He fought Leonard Bundu. Now he's fighting Manny Pacquiao. He's doing the same thing that Keith from Tom Thurman is doing. So why not fight Keith from Tom Thurman? And the promotion is going to be good. But of course, this is a big fight with Manny Pacquiao, and which is it is a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Technically, it's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight. Styles make fights. Errol the True Spence, high volume puncher. Manny Pacquiao used to be a high volume puncher, but in the welterweight division, Errol Spence right now, he's the one that throws the most punches in the welterweight division. He's a constant. His punch resistance is all the way there. He got the fundamentals. He has a great jab, and he goes to the body, right? He goes to the body consistently. But if Danny Garcia alludes about the power of Keith from Tom Thurman, if that didn't stop Manny Pacquiao, maybe the Errol the True Spence ain't going to stop Manny Pacquiao. Errol the True Spence could have knocked out and couldn't stop Mikey Garcia, who came from 135. Mikey Garcia is a good fighter that's moving up, but he's no freaking nature of Manny Pacquiao. Now, I'm not going to say that Manny Pacquiao got a lot of wear and tear, but is Errol the True Spence going to stop Manny Pacquiao? Is he capable of stopping Manny Pacquiao? He didn't stop Danny Garcia. He didn't stop Shawn Porter, and he didn't stop Mikey Garcia. Maybe it's because Errol the True Spence is coming down weight and he already, you know what I'm saying? I think his body is not fit for the 147. He can make the weight, but could he make it very, very comfortably? That's the question. Because if he couldn't knock out Mikey Garcia, damn, I think, look, put it this way, in my opinion, if he stops Manny Pacquiao, it's because probably Manny Pacquiao, Father Time, actually really caught up to him. But you can't tell me he's not Manny Pacquiao, but couldn't stop Mikey Garcia and stuff like that. But anyway, Styles make fights. Styles make fights because Marquez put down Manny Pacquiao, right? At the end of the day, I would like to see one time Keith from Tom Thurman and Errol the True Spence. You know? Because if you're following the guy's footsteps, why not fight the guy that you're trying to follow? And at the end of the day, it is what it is. Those are the facts. Errol the True Spence is following Keith Thurman's footsteps. Now, if he beats Manny Pacquiao, he has, in my opinion, has surpassed what Keith Thurman has done. Both guys are unified champion. Well, let me take it back. Errol the True Spence actually defended his unification title. So we got to give props. Keith Thurman never did that. But I'm saying nothing more significant. Bud Crawford hasn't done more significant thing in the welterweight division more than these two guys. But we're going to see Keith from Tom Thurman back in the ring, though. You know? At the end of the day, man, I want to see this matchup August 21st. August 21st, the fight is going to be good. And I thought I said July 21st earlier, but it's August 21st. Of course, Manny Pacquiao or the True Spence. What you think about Danny Garcia's comment, let me know. God bless. Subscribe to the channel. God bless. And on to the next.